Welcome to Senior Insights. My name is Cynthia. Today is our board meeting that comes around faster and faster every single week. So this is when we get together and we talk about what we did, what we accomplished, and what we said. So let's get started. Welcome to anyone who's new. We'd love to have you subscribe. This community is wonderful, and I think you would really enjoy it. So I'm going to go back to last Saturday's board meeting when we were talking about love. I don't think I emphasized enough the importance of agape love and how Jesus loves us. God loves us so much that he gave his only begotten Son for us. So I wanted to kind of emphasize that. Patty Huron says God is love, and that's from 1 John. And so I wanted to just keep reminding us about that. Debbie Sue, here's a thing from Debbie Sue, and I didn't get to it last week because I took the comments off just a little bit too early. But she says, love is a mighty word not meant to be tossing around like confetti. It carries weight, memory, and promises. So let's speak it slow, mean it deep, and let it land where it truly is welcome. Once again, Debbie Sue, I don't know where she gets these things. I don't know if she went to school to learn how to write so well. And then Vicky from Retro Queen Bee says, my love comes from Jesus. And she had a whole long list of biblical quotes, and I'm not going to say all of them. She says that when she says, I love you, she means it, and she says it in his spirit. So I wanted to, kind of emphasize that. Then we went to decluttering, and I talked about 5 things that I learned when I decluttered. And we had a lot of comments. Kentucky Life with Debbie, she said, it's hard to get rid of things just in case. And so she's absolutely right, because I have this mentality that I need things just in case I need them. And many times I don't ever need them. Sometimes I do. Like those curtains in the bathroom. That's kind of a funny story because they were in that white wicker basket, that hamper. And at first I threw them in the Goodwill pile. And I said, what are you doing that for? That was a custom made shower curtain. And I had no recollection of where I used it. I was thinking when I lived at the campground I may have used it. So I washed it and I ironed it and I put it up as well as the curtain. And it came back to me in a flash when I was doing the tour, which I'll talk about later, that I recreated the same bathroom that I dismantled before. I made it more rustic looking with the birch tree shower curtain and the brown and so, but I made it better. So that's a good thing. But I used whatever I had. I did bring in a few new things, but I got rid of a lot more than I brought in. Nishless Boomer says, Mr. Case needs to leave our lives. Justin takes up a lot of room. So, Kristen says it seems like everything does lead to something else, and that's true. It's true with decluttering. It's true when you pay a bill and you think you're all done, and then you see another one hiding under the blotter or something. It's true when you're cooking something and you forget to put in the vanilla. Just one thing seems to lead to another, but we're good at it because we've been doing it our whole life, so we know how to deal with these things. But it's not fun. Lady Luger and several suggested toothpaste to fill the hole that the nails made. I filled the holes with spackle, and then I threw out the spackle because it was spackle that I had just in case, and I thought I had all the nails, and I didn't. So people suggested toothpaste. Nancy said, everybody on YouTube is talking about decluttering. She's sick of it. So she thinks she's going to declutter her YouTube subscriptions. Maybe she's trying to tell me something. But secretly, I think she's one of the biggest fans. She probably doesn't even know it. But I can tell. So if we don't see Nancy anymore, we'll know what set her off. And then there was this great story. See the Swedish ivy behind me? Well, I talked about that. I don't know if it came up. The comment was in the decluttering video, I'm pretty sure. So I figured I'd talk about it. My friend Ian gave me that plant. It's the Swedish ivy, and it triggered a memory for PKEDRN. And she was living in Alaska at the time. I don't know if she still lives there, but she had a Swedish ivy that she grew from a cutting, and it was beautiful. It was gorgeous, just like that plant. And she had it on the inside of her front door, and I think there was a window there so you could see it from outside. And one day her neighbor comes running up the porch because a moose was chasing her. So she opened the door and let her come in. They slammed the door and they closed the blind because they were afraid the moose was going to eat the plant. And the moose was huffing and puffing and scraping their feet, their hoofs. Hoofs? Do they have feet or hoofs? I think they have hoofs. I think they have hoof feet. I don't know. Anyway, she and her friend ran to the back of the house, and they were laughing so hard. They were probably laughing from fear. But you know how you get like that nervous laughing? I bet that's what it was. They were terrified, but it was funny at the same time. I asked her if she peed in her pants because I'm sure she did. I would have. If I saw one of those big moose on my porch about to eat my friend and my precious plant, I would have peed in my pants. Anyway, after he huffed and puffed, and he went away. He went back into the woods. So I thought that was funny because you never know when you're talking about something what kind of a memory it triggers in someone else. And I feel really good about that because that's what I want this channel to be about. Just one thing, one person that gets something out of the video. That's okay with me. Then I did the bathroom tour. And there were many positive comments about the bathroom tour, so I'm not going to, of course, talk about all of those things. But Paula had an interesting comment. She said, I wish you had kept the trash bag so we could see how much stuff you took out. All I can do is tell you that was my intention, and I had them. I had 3 tall kitchen bags right in front of my door going out. And it took me so long to declutter that bathroom and to do it where I finally felt comfortable showing you folks. I had to get rid of them. I was afraid the dog was going to get into them. I was afraid I was going to trip on them. But trust me, there were tons of things in there, like six hairbrushes, cans of everything. Since then, people have said, don't throw away any soap. I don't think I did. I think I threw away 1 bar of Irish Spring that belonged to John Doe. So I did get rid of that. Overwhelmingly, people said that I should keep that little chair because I did a little video of the wreath that Gay and I bought. She bought the same. I bought the same one that she bought because I did. So everybody liked that little chair. I think it's so cute, and the fact that my mother's grandfather made it for, I know it's falling apart, but I love the layers of paint. I even love where it's falling apart. I like the fact that the main color is green and it sits up against my house. So who knows? Maybe it'll last as long as I do and it'll have that same spot. Woody piped up, of course, and he said he didn't say anything good about the bathroom, no, but he didn't like the way I had my towels hanging. He said it bothered him. So I asked him if he was OCD, and he said, no, I just have good taste. So I did tell him the towels are staying the way they are. However, don't tell him this. I did try it, and I didn't like it. Now, I will admit that when I did the video, they were all off kilter because I am not OCD like some people, but I should have straightened them out. But they're staying that way. It's my house, it's my bathroom, and you guys will never see it again. Well, maybe when I declutter next year. And Carrie agreed with him. You'll have to figure out who I'm talking about when I say Carrie. She is a regular contributor. She calls me Sinzer, so I'm calling her Carrie. Maya, I'm so happy for her because she got inspired and she cleaned her bathroom kind of alongside me, even though we really weren't alongside each other. But she did, and she said she felt so good about it. And I feel good that she got inspired to do that. Colleen, she says she has the same mirror and cabinets as me. How awesome is that? And somebody else, and I don't think I wrote it down, have the same rugs. Amazon. But those cabinets came from Home Depot, and that is not a burnt out light bulb there. That is a broken connection of some kind, and it can't be fixed unless the cabinet comes off the wall, and that is never happening in my lifetime. So Barb, she got inspired too. She worked in her garage, and I can't tell you how happy I am that it inspired some people. And then she worked in her laid off husband's office. That was probably kind of hard, but she did it. And Carrie, the one who calls me Cinzers, is the only one who found where the hole in the wall was that I didn't fix. And she's the first one who suggested using the toothpaste. Did I tell you that I went to use the toothpaste? All the toothpaste I had was green. So I had spackle, just in case. I used it, so I had it, just in case. Then I threw it away because it was really old. And wouldn't you know, I missed one spot. This one is kind of funny. A few people wanted to know, where was the ice cream maker? Because I had stored the ice cream maker in my bathroom because I don't have any place in my kitchen, even though it looks like I have a lot of cabinets, and yes, I do. I have a lot of stuff, and I don't have room for all these little mini appliances. That's why I don't have some of these things, hot pots and whatever. But you know what? After I filmed the tour, I put the ice cream maker back. Don't tell anyone. It's back there, and I've made ice cream since. I'm on a roll with the ice cream. Anyway, then we talked about laughter. Laughter is the best medicine. And Carol from Plain Vanilla Grandma, she's actually the one who inspired me because she had an incident where she was laughing through her whole video. And I said, that gave me the idea, I'm going to do a video on laughter. And then she did a little bit more the next day. And I said, oh, she's probably going to think I'm copying her. But that was not my intention. But I thought the idea was really good because I like to laugh. And I know that a lot of you people like to laugh. And it's good for us. Plus, we could actually lose weight if we laughed. And maybe we wouldn't be shocked when we get into the bathroom and look at ourselves and say, who the heck is that? Maybe all these muscles would, I don't know, they say it's physical exercise. Sandy C shared the expression, spit coffee funny. So what you just said was spit coffee funny. Connie stated that she watched Jean Robertson and she thought that she was really very funny. So I would suggest that you look up Janine Robinson. Pat says Tim Hawkins is her favorite comedian, so see if you can find him. Judy says it makes your eyes sparkle when you laugh. Of course it does. It makes your eyes sparkle. It makes your face sparkle. It makes your eyes bulge. It makes you look happy. And that's a good thing. Carol from Broke But Bountifully Blessed, she said she had kind of a yucky divorce and she was not feeling that great about herself, rightly so. And she started collecting comedy DVDs or videos or whatever, and she just laughed her way through the whole awful experience, and she said it really helped her. So that's evidence that laughter does and can help you. And the laughing yoga, you guys have got to at least look it up on YouTube and watch just one time. It's probably a great thing. You could do it every morning. And if you have a partner, you can do it silently. And then the secret of overcoming worry, laugh. No, the secret of overcoming worry, is laugh. Don't take it so seriously, maybe. One of the things that I don't think that I emphasized enough, and I really had wanted to, was let go and let God. Hand your worries over to God, and He will take care of it. Kansas Misfit, Marcia says, leave it to the Lord. Faith in Jesus, knowing that He will take care of all of our needs and supply us all of our needs. Live one day at a time and live in the present. So there's that mindfulness. Live in the present. Live for now. What's going to happen tomorrow, you have no control over except to educate yourself and plan for it like we talked about. Connie suggested that people look into the senior center and see what kind of services they offer if you took my advice in the video. Nancy says, give it to God and enjoy your day. I guess she didn't unsubscribe yet. Hillary admits that she had sweaty hands too, like I talked about. I wanted to talk about Mary. Mary said, let go and let God. I think I already said that. But she's having surgery on October 17th. And I would like us to pray for her because her surgery is a pretty serious, major surgery. At least that's what it sounds like to me. She's not saying it is, but being a nurse and how she described it, I think it is. So I think she needs prayers because she's been through a lot, and I'm sure she's nervous about this and the outcome of this. So that's really, no, that's not everything. I showed you my paint supplies. That was a terrible video. A lot of people were interested. A lot of people said, well, no, some people said that they like to watch people paint because it's relaxing. Well, I don't have any way to, first of all, I'm not an artist, but I don't have any way to film it because when I film, I'm sitting at my computer and I film on my computer. A lot of people use their phones, and I do use my phone for some things. That's why it was all backwards and mirror image. But I have ordered a light and a stand that will allow me to video from above. So if I ever choose to do any watercolor with you, I will have that light, and that should make it better. So hopefully that is coming. And we had our we had our live stream. And those are a lot of fun. I know a lot of people don't like them, and I'm kind of getting used to them. I still am not too happy about the time. I don't know how you people feel about it, and there's no way that I could please everybody with the time. But I find that I'm waiting all day long to do the live, and I really kind of liked the spontaneous ones better. But then I know that leaves out a few, so I thought, well, if they're scheduled. So I'm going to keep trying it and see how much participation we get, for at least give it a good trial, a month, 6 weeks, something like that. And then I'll make a decision about maybe changing it to a different time, because the reality is that those lives at 3 o'clock have had the least views, which is kind of interesting. Anyway, so that's it. I have tomorrow off, so you won't see me, but I'll be back on Monday. Come back. I have my other prop now. It has water in it, and I will see you on Monday. So have a wonderful weekend. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends.